Welcome to my Power Talk. If you get easily offended, this show is definitely not for you.
That was a good conversation. All right.
All right, so we're going to be talking now about limiting beliefs, all right? Because at one point, I feel like we all have them. Many times in our lives.
Oh, everybody has it.
100%. So for
like
me,
fear is one of those.
Well, right. That's another thing. So I don't know if you know, but I have a shirt that I created many years ago, and it says, it's all about being fearless. Like literally just like, life is short, live fearless. That is the saying. I created this because I went based on, well, obviously a lot of different things in my life with family, with like moving into America just like you did at a young age and learning a new language and finding yourself completely lost. When I first came, I went to a high school where it was only just 2 Spanish kids and 1 black kid, and everybody else was just so I couldn't really speak my language. It was only 2 kids and they were in different grades. So people don't realize the sacrifices you make and the beliefs, your limiting beliefs, that's when they affect you but I think they affect you quite a lot. I feel like they affect you through relationships. It affects you at work. It affects you with pretty much everything you do in your life. And somewhere in there, we have to break away from it and going back to the things that we've done in our careers. Where is one, I believe in me, and I know that me taking care of me, it's a very amazing thing because I become, again, someone that is worth being around other people that, like me, went through some stages, but broke away from it by doing one simple thing, and is I'm strong enough to get out of this, and I'm gonna find help because we don't have all the answers.
Yep.
Someone that can help us break away from the shit that we get ourselves into, and can say, you know what, you better than that. Start doing this. It's almost like someone someone else that is better than us can mold us again to put us back in the right place. So when it comes to limiting beliefs, talk to me about it. Like, I'm sure you face some of this yourself.
Oh, absolutely. I at my worst, when I had my PTSD when I got out, it's like changing yourself. Limitations like puts you in this jail, in this prison, this pain box, and you're living in that pain box with fear, with anxiety, with doubt, with is this what my life is going to be for the rest of my life? Is it like, am I going to wake up and have zero motivation to do anything? Is this all that is? That's like a limiting belief. You're limiting yourself by even thinking that.
Right.
So
what do you think people should do?
What my practices that help me a lot is don't isolate. Get out, talk to family, friends about those issues. Don't talk about things that doesn't matter in your life. Don't talk about other Kardashians. Don't talk about what's happening on TV. Don't talk about the news and politics. They have nothing to do with your personal self.
So do open up to people pretty much.
Be honest. Be honest. Right. Take the fear and let the higher power of your higher power, whatever it might be,
right.
Allah, Tao, God, whatever it might be, right. The Great Spirit,
whatever is it
whatever you believe in, give that fear, give that anxiety to it, and step out and admit where you are right now.
That's tough.
And that's very tough, but that's the first step, is to surrender that ego and pride, and then go around it and realize you're not who you think you are. And you can't be that other person. You can't be that a little bit better than yesterday.
Of course.
You can't get out of that bed.
I think you're right on that, because I think mainly with men. I have found this mainly with guys more so than the girls. When a guy goes through a situation, we try to keep it to ourselves. We try to pretend that everything is fine. We're good. We're strong.
Yeah.
Men don't cry.
Yeah.
The type of shit.
Yeah,
right?
I could solve all my issues by myself.
Right.
I don't need any help.
Right.
I could do it. I could do it.
And it's not true, dude.
It's
so
not true.
Opening up to someone else is painful for us because no one ever told us that it's okay to be a man, and it's okay to cry for something that really truly hurts.
Yeah.
And they don't teach us those things, which I think is a failure.
It is a
Because I think, like women, when they feel pain and they're vulnerable, I think men have the same feelings, where we feel destroyed, and we get that we need to cry, but we do it alone. And when the world is outside that door, you wipe your tears and you pretend everything's fine. Hey, what's going on? And let's talk about this, let's talk about that, let's talk about that. But not too many men can go and say, I'm going through some shitty ass situation and I need help and I don't know how to get out, and maybe needing to talk to somebody. It's amazing because you talk to people that they may not know how to help you, but they know someone that can.
Somebody
and it's just,
can.
But that's with everybody. But men don't do that, and so this could be another power talk.
Absolutely.
Because I have talked to other people. Let's say, like, when it comes to like marriages, when it comes to situation, when it comes being involved in a relationship, when it comes to business, no man wants to come and say to their friends, "Yeah, I lost my business. I know it didn't work out for me, and I feel like a loser." You do feel like a loser because you feel like, man, why didn't it work out for me? Other people have the same business and it's working for them. So you feel like you're a failure because your business didn't work out. But you have to take into consideration that there are a lot of things involved in a relationship, in a business, even your relationship with your children. There is so many things involved.
Even the relationship with yourself.
With yourself, right? That alone.
That's the biggest
that alone.
one.
I mean, there's days I wake up in the morning, I feel like $1 million. I wake up the next day, feel like shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, I didn't change.
Yeah.
I ate the same thing I ate last week. Why is it that last week I felt great until I feel like shit? Nothing has changed. Why? And you're right. So even your own relationship is difficult. And so in general, but like I said, this again, another power talk, especially for guys, because we feel like opening up to someone, it's like a sign of failure, and it's not, and I think we need to break away from that. So those limiting beliefs exist.
It was tough. The first time I reached out to therapist, I had to come to the point, like you said, sometimes God has to kick your ass, where I almost hung myself. I drank, I drank like probably 40, 50 beers that day. It was a couple of years after getting out. I had a girlfriend. She was away, and I tied it around my neck, and it snapped. And thank God, was there. And I reached out. I decided. I said, you know what? I needed help. But my pride was getting in my way.
And that's the problem, dude. And I think that's the problem with a lot of people. I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
Yeah, it was tough.
I think
times.
we all have gone through some moments in our lives where you think ending it's the easiest, and it's not. It's not. I feel like the things that we can do and surviving stupid shit like that, we get into shit like that because we don't ask for help.
Yeah.
We get into stupid shit like that because even when they want, for the people that ask for help, they don't get the right help.
But it's easiest for you. But then what I remember that moment, my friends, my grandma, my parents, everybody came in my mind. God came in my mind, and it was like, what would happen? What am I putting them through? How selfish are you?
Correct.
How self-centered are you that everything is all about you, that you need other people to feel bad about you? Like, how pathetic are you right now?
Yeah.
And then, like, don't forget about your victories. It's
that's so true.
Also, then you can fall back on those in your darkest times. And it's like, at times, it's like, you know what? Yeah, maybe right now I'm in a shitty situation, but this too shall pass. It's not going to stay like that. And I have belief. I have a belief, a strong belief that they will keep going, and I keep fighting, and I keep living, not alive, not being alive,
but living.
Not watching somebody else's life, not watching something that doesn't pertain to my life right now, but living your own life, action. It's an action.
And those are the things that we were saying before. Exactly. When he says not watching somebody else, it's doing the things for yourselves, guys. Because we talk about watching a movie, watching a TV show, watching something. And the thing is, when we watch somebody else's life through media, when you're watching a certain people, whoever they are, you're wasting your moment right now, this moment, looking at what they're doing with their lives. And people don't realize that for you could be, no, it's entertaining. I'm doing this after work. You can do a lot of shit after work. You can go for a nice walk. You can go to the gym. You can go and prep your meals for the week so you can feel better. You can go and call a friend. You can go and
learn.
reach out. You can learn. Right.
Read the book. Right. Write a book.
Right. Write a book. Exactly.
Play an instrument.
There's so many things you can
Make
do instead of
music.
sitting there and saying, "Oh, I want to watch what such and such is doing on TV. Oh, wow, they went to this country. Oh, wow, they went over here." Like you wasting your life watching somebody else live their life, and I don't think that. Again, people call it entertainment. I'm a little tired. I need a little distraction, but there's a lot of ways to distract yourselves, guys.
And it's okay to have a little entertainment. Once it turns into escape
Right.
from reality,
Right.
that's the difference.
Right, a little entertainment here and there is no big deal.
I might watch a couple of baseball games or like
Or
a
MMA
week,
fight or
a
something,
week,
right,
or
yeah.
a fight or a baseball
Right.
game or football game, but that's like once a week. A little. That's if that.
Right.
But
I not that I'm saying everybody should do that. I spend most of my time always thinking about power talks. For me, trying to help someone, it's important. When I do something, I know I'm not gonna reach everybody that's listening to my power talk, but I know sometimes people reach out to me and says, "Yesterday's power talk hit me. It was strong. It hit me exactly. It's almost like you were talking to me." I don't get that from everybody that listens to them, but every so often I get someone that says, "You were talking to me and thank you." And it's amazing because I live a life where I'll do what I need to do for myself, for my family, but at the same time I try to see what else I can do to probably help someone that might need that little power talk, that might need that little, that little something there that can change their lives. So for me, that's how I do it. That's how I promote what I do, and this is how I try to help other people, because as we were saying before, for me, helping other people makes me absolutely very happy. And maybe I will
too.
die one day and never become a millionaire, but I look at it as, if I can help someone else be better, if I can help someone else do better because of something I said or because something I did, or because you're looking at someone that is showing you that life can be good. I'm not saying without problems. We will always have problems. That's not ever going to change. But we could be absolutely amazing dealing with problems. Like I say, if you like roses, they come with thorns. Nothing's going to be perfect. If you like roses, they grow through dirt. They don't just come out.
The best grapes of they have to go through adversity, and
Of course.
going through wealth. A wise man once said, "Some people are so poor, all that they have is money."
It's just money, right? Exactly.
But they don't have family.
Nothing else.
They don't have friends. They don't have good connections.
No.
They don't have a goal.
Right.
They don't have
They have nothing.
something.
All they got is money.
They can't even help
Right.
somebody. I do community service too. Every day, once a day.
You do.
I help people that are dealing with addictions.
Yeah.
So I do
That's
that
amazing, dude.
on a daily
'Cause
basis.
you could be changing so many people's lives. So I noticed you write too, right?
And I write poetry, and I write journal, and I write because something I love to do.
Right. I was going to ask you why. What do you write about? Maybe it's personal, but you
But
write
I could share
because
some things
of the things that you do. Sure, share something with us. Why
I
not?
could share a poem. I like to write one poem a day, and I like to also ask deep questions about myself. But I think it's something that I love to do and gets me out of this thing. This thing sometimes gets too much, and
Yes.
sometimes it lies to me. So it
Lies to us constantly. You
so
constantly have
I can't listen to it. I need to listen to somebody else. Maybe somebody else might know better. That's why I ask for advice, because I don't know anything.
Share something with us.
So I'll share a little poem I wrote. This was on around August 1st or 2nd that I wrote this poem, and I'll start. What is it? Those fleeting feelings that I have. What is it? And what it is in those feelings. And these words that are intangible, but also real. Like trust and love. The highest trust is one of faith. Once I allow it, I cannot catch it. I cannot hold it. I cannot hold it back. And I don't know if faithful love exists without faith. Intangible, that is. But both exist. They do exist. I'm not a prophet, and I and I trust. I will be honest. When your trust is broken, and when I stray from trust, I'll tell you, all these feelings are so fleeting. And so are you, and so am I, and so is doubt. And is it fear? Is that why we can't trust each other? Is that why I can't trust myself? Or are the doubt and fear, are those illusions? They're not real. We cannot touch, and only thing that's left to do is trust in higher power of our choosing. That one day we'll let go of these illusions and all the fear and all the doubt and all the anger, and be content at peace, and be content at peace with just right now, and know that love exists, and trust that it'll connect us to what's real, and we'll let go until our truth is here in present moment, without masks, just here and now. And we could bring into existence from what we came from. That's something that we can't touch, but it's always present here with us.
Wow. You know, the funny thing with that is, you're right. There's so many things that we can touch, and it can help us or hurt us. Like you say, just the doubt of things, not believing, not having these things that really, all these things that I think, it just grows in us. You know, they're not there. You know, like you said before,
like illusions.
Opening a business. For someone like me opening a business, it takes 15 minutes. Call the accountant. This is the name of the business. I'm gonna give you 3 names. If this name don't work, go to the second one. This one gonna work on the third. One of those is gonna work. Get it done. Blah blah blah. In 2 weeks, I get my tax paper. It's not that difficult. Someone else open a business, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know, because the lack of knowledge sometimes, and so the doubt gets in there where it says, I open a business. It could be it's such a but it's not.
And the fear.
So, and the fear of doing something, and the fear where, see, one of the things I tell my sons all the time, I will never be afraid to be broke, because I know how to make it again. I started from zero. So if I waste all my money and it goes back to zero, hopefully the man upstairs says, don't worry, you still got life. Go back and try to make it again. And if the life ends, then what do you worry about?
Yeah.
What is there to worry about?
What is there to worry about?
Nothing. If I'm gonna die in the process of making the money back, the money that I lost in trying to make, is this fear and is this doubt and things that we put in ourselves that they're not there. You know, the fear of losing something that you already have sometimes carries more power than trying to achieve the next thing over. You know, where you cannot go, if you want to go from the first floor to the second floor, and you're going up the steps, you have to let go of the step before you to go to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. And it's the only way. You cannot go from the first step to the last one in one jump. It's just no one can.
No,
you know
can't.
what I mean? And so somewhere in there, you have to know that fear is part of it, but don't let it control you. And you have to let go of that step to go to the next one, till you reach to the top. And it's not as easy as going up the steps. Sometimes those steps go like this and they go back down again, and it's weird.
Yeah.
But if you have faith in you instead of fear, I think everybody should be able to accomplish quite a lot,
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that was good on
Fear.
limiting beliefs.
Yeah. It's great, dude. Unbelievable. But like I say, those are the things that, most people don't talk about. I mean, we talk quite a lot about a little bit of everything. See, everything started with sports.
Yeah.
Everything started with sports.
But everything is
simple,
everything. Everything connects.
Correct. Everything connects, dude. Absolutely everything. And in this case, we're talking about sports because we've done sports, obviously. but this can go
And
with
martial
anything
arts.
else, and martial arts and everything else. But this can go with a career. This can go with
Yeah.
someone that never did sports, but they dedicated their lives to studying something that made them great.
Yeah.
Two guys that probably never did sports that says,
Absolutely.
"Oh, we've been students of our life, learning how to do medicine, and he's an eye doctor,
Absolutely.
and I'm a this doctor,
Or I'm a
and whatever,
priest,
and,
or I'm
right?
gonna go do
Absolutely.
that for the rest of my life.
Right.
Do it the best you can.
Right. Right.
It's beautiful.
Right.
Don't
And-
quit when you start Bible
No.
study and you do your first chapter and you don't understand what
Right.
faith is.
Right.
Don't quit.
No. But honestly, that's one of the things. And my new rule in my house is when you start doing something and you only like a year or 2 or 3 into it, like don't fucking quit. Like you quit when you get 10 years into it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you start doing something for the first year, 2 years, 3 years, things are rough. But when you do something that you suck at it, that you said, I don't know if I'm going to make it or not, but just give it a try. And you last 10 years, I promise you in 10 years you're good at it. People's going to be asking you for advice because it's impossible for you to do something for 10 years and not learn nothing about it. But you can't quit too soon. And so this whole thing, I guess, comes down to one thing. Give yourself more, be more patient with yourself. Love yourself, believe that there's other people out there that know more than us that can actually help us. All your problems and things that bother you right now that you feel is a limiting belief can be solved by someone who's done it, been there, and done that.
All you have to do is get out of your own way.
Get out of your own way, guys, and don't be afraid.
Stop the illusions.
And this goes mainly, it goes for everybody, but it goes mainly with the guys.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't be afraid to talk. If you talk to someone and you open your heart to another man or another woman or somebody and they fucking laugh, you just learn one thing. Don't ever trust them again.
Yeah.
But there's someone out there that will value you and that will help you. Whoever made fun of you, whoever's gonna take your problems and turn them into a joke, you just learn something very powerful. That person's not to be around. You just learn a very powerful lesson. And so there's always a next. But giving up or trying to hurt yourself, like I think you've tried done, and I have tried as well myself with other situation, it's not good.
No.
Because you know what? Life is too beautiful. And you know what? There's no reason why we take our lives. I don't think we were born to take our own lives. I think the guy upstairs gave us the life.
It's not for us.
I think it's someone else do it, and he'll do it whenever he thinks it's the time for us to go somewhere else. I live life. It's funny because
our life is not for us to live. It's
No.
it's a gift.
it's a gift. Exactly. That's right. That's why it's called a
We
present.
didn't-
It's a
we
gift.
did- yes, a
you know?
present.
But for me, I tell you the truth. There's times in my life where I have believed in God tremendously, and there's times in my life where I'm like, what if there is no God?
Yeah.
What if this is all an illusion that somebody wrote 5,000 years ago and wrote in a book? He was probably stoned as shit and decided, let me read something. I'm going to call it the Bible. And I'm just going to read this shit and let this guy say, yeah, whatever. There was a God that cured people, was this and that, whatever. What if that doesn't exist? But I still believe that there's someone above me. And like you say, call it God, call it Allah, call it whatever you want to call it. But we all know at least one thing. There is someone above us that's a lot stronger than us, and we don't know the name, but I think we all aiming for the same thing. But I live my life daily with two things. One, I believe there is a God, and that eventually, according to everything that I read, eventually I'm gonna have to go and submit myself to Him, and He's gonna look at me and say, you did good, or maybe you didn't. But I also live my life as if when I die, in a sense of like, I'm gonna do the very best thing I can do with my life. I'm not gonna do drugs to cut it short. I'm not gonna do this to cut it short. I'm not gonna do anything that slows down what I have, my gift, which is my life. And so I do everything possible to live a good life, knowing that if one day I do have someone to answer to, that he can look at me and say, you did good. And if there is no one, that I can, at least at the very end of my life, say, I lived a pretty good life, and once I'm dead, I'm dead. But everything that I did during my time being here was absolutely remarkable, and that in that process, I help other human beings.
Absolutely.
You know? So, when you die,
Yes.
because we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
And we have another talk about that.
Yes,
where
we do.
I think dying, it's a beautiful thing, and most people might say, no, I want to live.
In
like,
some cultures, it's
you
a
know?
celebration. Actually,
Right.
people
It's
celebrate.
Celebrate when you die. It's
When you
right.
die.
You move into a better place or whatever it is. But I feel
Or you being reborn.
correct. You know,
Yeah.
everybody depending on their beliefs and how they
Yeah.
are raised. But I feel that it is absolutely beautiful to be able to die because it helps you appreciate everything you're doing right now, everything.
Is to submit to
It's
right now in
this.
this moment, this
Right,
present
this,
moment.
This conversation
Now.
that you
This
and I
conversation
have,
right now.
it's insane because it's
we
something
wanted it.
that
This had to happen.
we talk about a little bit of the things we were going to talk about, but we didn't go into like, you say this, I say that, you say this. No,
No,
none of that.
no.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about your fitness, your martial arts, the Marines, and this, and me a little bit with my background, and so let's put something together that people can relate to, something honest. But I feel that it's amazing the fact that we get to die because the simple fact that it helps us treasure everything we're going through right now, absolutely everything, and it is up to us to make it better, much
Absolutely.
better, because we can. So,
Absolutely.
because we're all gonna die,
Yes.
how would you like to be remembered? What do you want people to say about Alex when Alex finally reaches the level of say he's done? That's it. God gave him X amount of years, whatever those years are, because
yeah.
everybody's different.
Yeah.
And what do you want people to remember you as? What is it that you want people to remember you the most for?
Thank you so much, Master Al. That was such a beautiful question because I love this topic absolutely, and I've basically been around death, and I've seen people that are close to me pass away, and one thing I know I don't want to be remembered for is being an asshole. So I wanted to be kind and help as many people as I can to live a faithful life. And I don't know, and nobody knows what's on the other side, or if we'll get reborn, or.
Right.
But all I know is I could surrender to God's will now and live the best life that I can, to live a clean life that I can, and to live. When I die, I want people to say, "Man, this guy Alex, he lived, he traveled, he loved." He laughed.
All the good stuff,
you
right?
know, yeah.
100%.
He wasn't
In
there.
the middle
He was
of a lot of controversy.
Yes, in some
And
controversy.
right, of
You
course.
know, yeah. He went through some struggles, but he
Right.
never gave up.
Right.
I didn't give
And he
up.
turned everything
I will
to a
not
positive.
give up. Yeah, he kept going, and that's all I could ask for. You know, is and maybe along the way. My breath that I breathe, thousands from years ago, with my DNA, somebody else would breathe my DNA, just like I'm breathing Jesus's DNA
Right.
and Caesar's DNA and Gandhi's DNA, because they're long gone, but their breath still follows us around.
Of course.
And we're breathing it in and out.
It's
With our
amazing, dude.
spirits, yeah. So and I just wanted to be a good spirit when somebody takes my breath, and yeah, that's
awesome,
where I want
brother.
to finish. It's a good way. Master Al, it was such
My
a pleasure.
Alex. Thank
what
you
a
so
great
much, dude.
podcast. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
My pleasure, dude. We definitely got to
Thank
do
you.
another one together.
Oh yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll do a lot more.
Thank you for watching or listening to my power talk. Hopefully you didn't get butt hurt too much. Until next time, see ya.